We grew like 256% in just 4 months, and we did it with 256% increase with no videos, no UGCs, no crazy funnel hacks, nothing of this. Only with, this is a small business owner that his brand has been around like for more than 6+ years. He has done in-person sales through pop-up stores, and he has a really loyal community. So that is a reason for...
The funny part is that agency owners, they actually name their services. Basically, when they open and close ads, what they say is, okay, yeah, I'm going to scale you with the decentralized AI system of managing my ads. Or I have like the sphere of pressure of the media buying process and stuff like that, which like doesn't make any sense, and it's gibberish for selling you at a higher prices.
They stopped working with the previous agency and big drama play out. The previous agency did something really sketchy. They went to their account and they...
Auntie?
John?
Welcome to our podcast. We had a long time to actually do a podcast, but here we are. How are you feeling about this?
Yes, we have a long time to do podcast. We were busy actually, but we have decided that it's really important to make content because it's like the only way bringing our ideas out and talking to our like audience. So something that I realized, because as you know, like I have started doing LinkedIn content as well. So, and I was thinking like what I'm gonna write about on LinkedIn. And I thought like, I have to write about like personal things, case studies, and like the learnings out of the personal things that we do and we have in our life with clients, with relationships, with whatever, and bring them on the podcast, on the content as a, like in general, because this way you are authentic. Just saying something like everyone says without adding a story, a personal story behind it, it's not gonna be good. So why I'm doing this intro? Because we're gonna talk about a case study, like how we grew a streetwear brand. A small business owner came to us. He had a small business, and how we grew him to like 200% in the last, it was November, December, in the last 4 months. Like the growth has been crazy. And the thing is like the owner, he didn't believe in that we can actually do it.
Yeah, that's really cool. I didn't know that we are going to flex in this episode with, but it makes sense. We have to talk about this. It's also going to be like a really good thumbnail, so let's focus on that. Let's push the channel to actually grow, and let's go. Do you want to start? Like talk about
Yes.
do an overview about the business?
Yes, so I want to talk about the business because the owner gave us a testimonial. So I thought like it's important. It's not about like, it's about like giving some context and the learnings that we have like when we work with someone. Like we're gonna talk about like successful case studies, but we're gonna keep me accountable on this. We're gonna talk also about like failures on both sides, because like sometimes it's not because of us, it's because of the client. His expectations, sometimes they're coming from like from Mars. They have been clients that they were thinking like it's possible to happen like 500% increase in just 1 month. So I want to be honest and authentic about this. Actually, we're gonna start with the positives and then we're gonna go to the negatives. So to give some context for the story, the brand is called like SinCityJokers.com. They have been around in US for like 10 years now. The owner, he's really passionate about his brand. He's like, you cannot imagine how passionate he is about his brand. So this brand is selling like, it's a streetwear brand. It's selling like t-shirts and hoodies to a community of people like likes like old cars and bikes. And if you go to the website, you will understand what I mean. So he was selling, he had like a loyal community. He was selling for a long time through pop-up stores in US. Like small business owners, they have a tendency going to these small pop-up stores. It's really common to go and to sell through this way. And he was doing actually really good. He said to me, just like after COVID, he realized that he needs to switch and to go to e-commerce. And like he started by himself learning how to set up the Shopify store. He's really good. He's doing the designs himself. So he created the Shopify store, and we talked in this sales call. I was by myself because sometimes we do the sales calls together with John. Sometimes I do it myself and John by himself. So this one I did it myself. So we discussed. He was really disappointed with the previous agency because they had promised him like the roof, and they didn't deliver. And some really sketchy things, like they were deleting his campaigns inside the ad manager. Like,
What?
yes, it's crazy.
First of all, for the people that it's the first episode, I have to understand. We'll have to actually communicate that. Like we help e-commerce brands scale using paid ads. So that's what we do. And this client that came on board, like it was because he wasn't satisfied with the current with the agency that it had, and I didn't know about that. There are agencies out there that delete campaigns and data from the ad account. Have you seen that? Like, I have heard stories, but it's crazy that someone
Yes.
is actually doing that.
Yes, it's like why this happened, because probably they like agreed on some specific budget. He told me on the sales call, like to invest $2,000, and the agency like invested like 4,000, and the ROAS was really bad. Like it was also in the summer period where t-shirts are the like high season. We are doing much better right now. That is winter season with t-shirts, right? So it's crazy if you consider about this. And they deleted, I think, because to not show like how much they spent. But he gathered the invoices and he said like, I paid 4,000. Because you can still see on the invoices how much you paid, because Facebook is like deducting the amount from the account. It's not like you can hide from this.
They hit it.
So if you in the ad manager, for someone that doesn't know, if you type deleted, you will see campaign delivery, it deleted, like it's default. Just you have to type in the search bar deleted, and you can type either like the ad or the ad set or the campaign. You have to put all these things to see if something was deleted. Because when you see the results on the ad account, if you delete one bad campaign, it's not gonna count these results on your average results, and it's gonna look better actually, like the ROAS. So some people, they do it also for this reason. They delete campaigns to look on the dashboard like better, not only to hide the spend, which it's not possible to hide, but like to show like actually we did good this month. So we have seen so many things. Like this is just one example in this scenario of this client. And one so we grew, and someone will say like how we did it. Like, to be honest, like real honest, we didn't do much. Sometimes not doing anything in not doing anything in the ad account, it's better just pretending that you are working, because you can you can hurt the ad account.
For sure. I've recently uploaded a video about that, like that was talking like about a campaign that actually had in another account, and I was showing as well like the other account, so I can show you as well. I leave it run for like 15 days, even though like the ROAS was 3.5 and wasn't like I wanted the higher ROAS. And like after 15 days, magically, without optimizing, without doing anything inside this campaign, like the campaign went to 6 and became actually the leading campaign in the whole ad account. So it's something that it's actually true, especially like for Facebook ads. You need the expertise to know when you need to actually put the work in.
Yes, and like most of the work, it should be done like outside of the ad account, like to plan like how you're gonna move forward, what it makes sense to create, like what type of content, like the strategy about the UGCs, like the content itself, like how many static images, what kind of content do we need to deliver with the static images, like problems to like pinpoint on the problem that we are solving, to pinpoint on the solution that we are like bringing to the market, like many different things. And it's less work on the ad account. Sometimes it requires a lot of work on the ad account, because agencies that they pretend that they work a lot, they hurt it so much, and you have to go and figure out like what you need to keep, what you need to improve, how to structure again that account. Because like also like I am against of these agencies that they have a magic sauce that they can implement everywhere. There is no such thing like to go to implement a system, something on the ad account that works in every industry, in every brand, in every like niche, like everywhere, in whatever price product you have. It's not this way at all. So people should understand.
Yeah, and I totally agree with that. Like, there is no blueprint. And to be honest, like, even if you don't know about Facebook ads, like even if you haven't actually run any Facebook ads, managed any ad account, it makes sense. It doesn't make sense for it to have like one blueprint for every business. Like, it doesn't make any logical sense, because if you just analyze what is the ad account, what is a business, you can understand like no business is the same. So for example, let's say we have an ad account, okay, and this business is actually having some products that are like one-time purchase, like it's phones. This business is selling phones, okay, and it's one-time purchase, like you buy a phone and after 2 years you buy another one. So it's this type of business. Okay, how, and for this business, as you can understand, like doing retargeting on the people that have already bought doesn't make a huge sense. Like, it doesn't make a lot of sense to do that. But if you have like a candle business that you sell like the packets and then you refill the box with that you burn the stickers, because there is a business that we have held in the past, and this you need to actually do retargeting, a lot of retargeting, because people that are buying, they keep buying more and more and more. So those two ad accounts cannot be similar because the businesses are not similar. So people out there that they actually know what they're doing and they run ads to say that, yeah, this is the blueprint, this is what you need to do, nothing else works, like this is how you should make it work, like it doesn't make any logical sense. So yeah, it's really bothering me because it's illogical, like it's not intuitive to work like this.
Yes, yeah, it's so yeah. Let me go
But
through
continue
like
with
the numbers,
sincerity,
like
yeah.
yes, to tell you like from November till like February that we closed. If we compare it like with the previous year, the increase it has been like 256%. And if we compare it like with the previous 4 months, which involves like summer inside, we are like 150% like higher on the revenue sides. And only also ROAS, it has been increased a lot. Also the ROAS, like we are above 5.5, and they were doing like 2-3 ROAS. It's crazy like how big it was, the impact. And like I want to be straightforward, we did it without UGC, no videos, no crazy funnel hacks, nothing, just like some static images and catalog ads. But why it worked so well just with static images and catalog ads is working so far because now we are introducing also videos, just like it was possible to make something work out of these things. Why? Because the brand has like a great product, like loyal customers. We had like not the crazy returning customer rate, but a 20% returning customer rate for a brand that is like 6+ years in the business. It's nothing. They should have like at least 40%. And the strong in-person sales that the owner has done so far, so long with this brand. So what the previous agency did, like they were having like a lot of brand awareness campaigns, like optimizing for clicks, traffic campaigns, just to show to the owner like, okay, we are getting a lot of traffic, a lot of sessions. Someday these people are gonna convert. We need to give it time. This was like the pitch that they were doing to him. So what we did, like we closed the traffic campaigns, we closed all the brand awareness campaigns. They were not doing remarketing for some reason. They knew that he had a loyal audience for a long time, either through in-person sales, also from the time that he was online. So we did also some remarketing campaigns, and that's it. Like 2-3 campaigns, like catalog ads, static images, remarketing, and we are at this level that we are right now. And the website, if you go, it's not like something crazy. It's really simple. It needs a huge improvement, but you have to take like the things step by step. Like now that he made money, he made real money, and now he can invest into his website, he can invest into UGC, he can do a lot of things.
So basically, you scale his ad account without using any of the advanced systems that other people are advertising, like the decentralized algorithmic method of setting up the ads, right? Or the target flow engine, or like the ad sphere dynamic targeting and creative system.
What are all these words?
Have you seen those type of ads?
Yes. They call their systems with names.
Yeah,
Strong names. We can ask ChatGPT to call our system somehow, like Tosca Portaglio system.
Yeah. It's actually a tactic, and it's something that you are not going to hear as an e-commerce owner. Like you only see like the outer layer of like the online space. Like you try to advertise, you see some ads. There is going to be like a media buyer or an agency that's going to take the ads and run the ads for you. But there are tactics for the agencies to actually convince you to buy that only the agencies know that they use. So for example, we know that they are trying like a really big really long videos, and that they show like a client that they actually had like in the past. They might not have this client even right now. We know that they do that, but the e-commerce owners don't. It's actually a problem. Another part, like it's the naming that they actually do. Like they actually give names to their to how they are actually going to manage your ads, and it's actually something that appears and sounds fancy, but it's nothing. It's BS basically. It's a way, a convincing tactic for you to actually convince you to buy their services, right?
Yes.
But you see, like with simple steps and simple and methodic like approach to the ad account, and when you have knowledge and working inside the ad account, but also outside the ad account with the owner of the business, you see that you can bring results. There are no shortcuts out there. That's what I want to actually end with. There are no shortcuts. Like you have to do the work.
Yes. Look, like if I know that we know that the other agencies that they use these names for their systems, if it's like it's helping to sell, like, and it's only for this reason, but you do like a good job, I'm not against, like, just for you to make it easier to sell. It's nothing wrong with this. Just like to sell something, and it's something like bullshit at the end of the day. Just like you name it and you don't put effort on what you are actually providing, like as a service, and just like you put effort only like figuring out like fancy names. Like AI is all over the place right now. Everything is happening through AI on Facebook, and you call it like you put an AI like tagline, and suddenly, wow, he is like much more ahead from the competition because he's using the AI words.
Yeah, but you end up with those clients, right? Like, yeah, but
you put
the
the
other
logo
guy
of
that I
ChatGPT.
talked to, he had the decentralized AI system. You have the decentralized AI system?
It's crazy.
Yeah, I know.
They don't just convert the clients, the e-commerce clients. They make them fans. Decentralized system.
Raving fans about the system. Yeah.
It's crazy.
Look, I don't like to be honest the naming because most of the time it's not something that should be named. especially like if you don't have a proprietary technology around what are you going to do, just naming the process of you actually turning on and off your Facebook ads, like it's it's a little bit sketchy. Like I don't prefer it. I don't like it. I think it's a scammy way of naming like a service. But it's my opinion. You are free. You feel free like to name whatever you like under your services.
So far, I haven't named them, but I see like the reason behind it. That's what I'm telling. But
Yeah, understand.
yeah, I think like that was the case study. Like as I said, like nothing crazy, and I wanted to share it like to show like it's possible still with nothing crazy to make it work. And actually, we have stories like you John, you met a dropshipper doing 200K per month with just static images. So as long as we see it more and more, it's like not one exception, just we see it more and more, either through the clients that we have, either through the community that we have, and we talk with agency owners, with like e-commerce owners, dropshippers. We have seen that it's still working, like static images and like catalog ads. It's not like you should go
totally
through...
agree. And it's something that I didn't actually share my account, but I have a client right now that we only do catalog and static images because the business is quite good actually. We sell a lot like through Google and Facebook, and I have like 8 ROAS in the ad account just with static images and catalog ads. It's possible to do that. Like images work, but at the end of the day, like you can agree that short form is the most scalable format that you can use. Like video short form, it's something that it's evergreen. Like it's going to work always, no matter what.
Yes, and it's like it depends all the time. Like there has been cases where you cannot do anything without videos. So there are different like levels. When you are doing 20K per month, 30K per month, 40K, 50K, 60K, it's on every level. It's like there are things that you have to understand, like when something is stop working, then you have to introduce something different. For example, you have to be able, like the most impactful skill of people that managing ad accounts and being like creative strategies is like recognition, pattern recognition, I would call it, like seeing like something as a pattern and understanding it and like going into it and leveraging it and making it scalable and impactful for the business. So I think what we are good, I would say both you and me, is like pattern recognition, not only in the account, which we spend a lot of time in, but also inside like the e-commerce, the website, the content that they provide us, the content that we create for them, all these things. So I think this is like one of the most impactful skills that you should have as a marketer, like to recognize patterns.
Yeah, definitely. Because you are the light, you are the expert, especially like when you are working with an e-commerce brand, they fall back to you for advice on what they actually should do. It's not your work actually to set up the ads and let go. Like you have to understand like what is the business and what it needs, and because you have access to a lot of businesses as an e-commerce owner, like we talk with millionaires and daily. We see other businesses, their funnel, how it actually works, and we have to be able to translate that and give advices to other people as well, and that's the most important value. This is what you actually did, and Sincerity actually grew without doing any effort, and that's amazing.
If you want to scale your brand with our system called like pattern recognition system.
Yeah. Okay, let's the pattern recognition AI decentralized system.
You see, like it's a name here. Like maybe it's like the actual words itself, but it's a description of what you are doing. But no, we have a name, pattern recognition system. Through our pattern recognition system, you can scale.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think this is it for today. This is like the podcast. We will do like a lot of this. We are gonna share like personal case studies from our own clients, past clients, like both successes and failures. But another thing that we are thinking to do is like to go to like recognizable brands and like to find their funnel, what they are doing, and to present it here to the podcast. And sometimes to create like give our own ideas what we would do different for a specific brand. Let us know in the comments if you have any more ideas that you want to us to share on the podcast, and it will be really good to go through this way.
Okay, so this is the pod. We talk and into the next one. Okay.
Yes. See you. Bye.
Bye.